Cyber here, bringing you guys the next part of What if Deku had the omnitrix. So, before we begin, I know I've done a lot of this already in the past few weeks. Only reason why is because I had a lot done with this in the first season, and I'm still currently working on season 2. I'm like 5 parts in season 2 of my omnitrix what if. The sports festival had taken a lot longer than I thought, so that might be split up into a 2 to 3 part. I'm not, well, it most likely is going to be 2 part, but 3 part is a maybe. I don't know how you guys feel about that or not, because each individual area will have its own part so far. Like the obstacle course race has a long bit of a part comparatively, because it's also the intro of it, but you know. And I wanted to try to cram in the cavalry battle and the obstacle course in one, but if I can't cleanly do it, then I'm gonna have to make it a 3-parter. I might not, I don't know. It's just really up for debate here. But either way, and I am going to continue Goblin soon. I'm just reluctant because of some parts I still haven't need to work on that. And I'm trying to keep it to a 1 to 2 video times a week type deal. Only reason why I'm doing that is because we have a lot to work on and we don't have enough what ifs to replace another what if at the time being. So I hope you all can understand that. But without further ado, let's continue. We start with a couple weeks after the animal incident with on the warship Vilgax. His advisor, Siphon, is currently is in the bridge on to his master's request to talk to 2 bounty hunters that he has requested. As he was waiting there, a drone walked in. Sir, they have arrived. Excellent. I'll meet them here, then. The drone bounds as he goes to get the bounty hunters. A few seconds later, 2 bounty hunters walked in. He turns them to see the 2 bounty hunters. One was a cybernetic crab-looking man with 1 large claw and a regular hand. The other is clad in black and purple armor, with bits of gray around some parts. You 2 made it. Good. I've heard great things about you 2. Yeah, so what's the job? Hopefully it's the live target. Indeed it is. A piece of valuable technology has fallen out of my master's hands. It's called the omnitrix. It's currently on the planet below us, on a human. Whoever recovers the device will be paid. Ha! A human? This will be easy. Life. He's right. This world has heroes, extraordinary powers, and the humans. So have eluded us so far. Yeah, whatever. This is as good as done. Of course. Here is how you can track him. So, the omnitrix must be activated first, but the human has done so many times in this past weeks. Head down to the planet below, and once he does, you'll be able to track him. The 2 bounty hunters nod as they walked out. They soon get teleported to the planet below, of the city of Mosutafu, outside of it. They called that a city? Ha! You're telling me. I'll go off and get the omnitrix while you try to catch up. The crab bounty hunter digs down into the ground below as the other flies off to insert the omnitrix. Meanwhile, we cut to Izuku Midoriya, who is currently training for the past 3 weeks on his transformations. While he has done that, he has gained a little bit more confidence in himself and his abilities. And today should prove a very special day. As he reaches his seat after the bell rang, the teacher walked in. Alright, class, today we'll be working on your quirk evaluations. These will see where you are at with your quirks and see if further counseling is required. Now, if you're wondering what the quirk evaluation is, it's basically the same thing as Mirio and Tamaki took, what they did in his backstory, where they had to use their quirks in different ways to show. Now, normally, class at all their junior high school would have granted this sort of test or evaluations, but since this should show how far they have their quirks have evolved or their control, they are actually quite excited. So they all headed out to the locker rooms to get change. While they do this, no one notices that Deku noticed that he didn't take off his watch. Not that they would care or even pay attention to him at all, and to a quirkless boy, since they always made fun of him, especially when this yearly evaluation would happen. They all headed out into the small-scale obstacle course they had set up. So, this is not to only test their quirks, but also to get any other PE requirements as well, since it does take up the PE requirement times. Almost everyone has gone, and so far Bakugo is in first place. It's now Deku's turn, which everyone can't wait to see how he will fail miserably. Even the Mad Bomber himself can't wait, trying to get his ego back up ever since he evaded his last few attempts at Deku. And after especially the Sludge Villain incident. As the teacher gives a signal for Deku to go, he doesn't move and instead goes for the watch. This confuses all the other students a bit, but they just start to say he already knows he's lost. But once Deku had found the alien he wants, he slams down on the watch. A green flash of light emanates as everyone was blinded. Once the sights got back, they see Deku as a ghostly figure as their jaws drop. Let's go. So it looks like you all seen a ghost. A ghost freak. This newly named alien, Ghost Freak, phased through the obstacle course. It was like it was nothing, even reaching the end and getting second place in this small event. Elsewhere, our bounty hunters had the signal locked on to the omnitrix. Not that it was activated, but we cut back to where Deku is still in his Ghost Freak transformation, now facing the other stunned classes. You all look surprised. Deku, of course, had his quirk registered not long ago, and gave the okay by Max to call it that. Use it for the evaluation, knowing that they can't really hide it forever, so it's best to get around that by showing it as early off as in middle school still. Deku, you bastard! How long have you had this quirk? The Mad Bomber blasts himself at Ghost Freak, who was still scared of his bully somewhat, even though he had faced robots and mutant animals before. He made himself intangible in fright, making the bomber go past him. They all were looking shocked in the teacher, who still can't believe Midori had a quirk, even though the school had the update. Watch that Deku looks down at himself, see he was okay. Kachon, wait, I can explain. But before any words could actually be said, they all felt a small tremor beneath their feet, as a robotic crabman emerges out of the ground. Everyone watches, wondering who this might be, as the bounty hunter scans the crowd and sees the sight of the Spectre himself, with the watch being in sight. There you are. Now hand over the omnitrix. The crab bounty hunter aims his claw at Ghost Freak. Ghost Freak's eye widen and he knows what he means, but plays it off cool, or at least tries to. Omni what? Sorry, I've never heard of it. Funny guy, eh? Well, how funny will you be once you're dead? Crab blasts its brown liquid at Ghost Freak as he gets intangible, thinking it will pass right through him, but it has the opposite effect, and it hits him and hardens around him. Aka! What is this stuff? That stuff makes your plasma solid. No, you can't phase. Crab fires at Ghost Freak with an energy blast, hitting him and setting him back. This made all the students and teachers run for their lives as Crab walked over to Ghost Freak. What a pathetic excuse for prey. Crab raises up his singular claw to finish the job, but an explosion was set off, hitting Crab on his back, pushing him away a bit. As Ghost Freak looks up to see Bakugo. Gotcha! What are you doing? Get the fuck out of here, Deku! You and me will have a talk later about this! Bakugo blasts himself at Crab and tends to fight him. Ghost Freak, not really having any other way to help, flies off to the locker room inside school. Ghost Freak to go into his locker and grab his phone as he calls up Max. Come on, come on. Hello? Zuko, what are you doing? Grandpa, there's a crab robot guy here who's attacking me at school. He's after the watch. What? Okay, I'm on my way. Sir, with backup. So, hold tight. Okay, hurry. As he said that, the ceiling blows up above him. So as Ghost Freak flies off and drops the phone. As a black and purple armored bounty hunter jumps down. Orkia. Ghost Freak flies into the showers as he tries to scrape off the orange substance, even trying to turn on the water to hide into the mist. So, come on. I got stuff. I can fight if I can phase again. So, the walls behind Ghost Freak blasts apart as the bounty hunter walks in with several blasters aimed at him. Zelioka. The bounty hunter starts to blast at him, but Ghost eventually, with his lengthy body, dodges as the bounty hunter hits several water pipes above him that had water in it, releasing a bunch of more water and steam around him. Soon, the steam blinds the bounty hunter as he starts to look around for the omnitrix wearer. Ghost Freak came out from the floor intangible and hits the bounty hunter. Thanks for the rinse, but I'll leave you to watch up. Ghost Freak flies on out to the backside, where Bakugo is now on the defense while Crab is swinging his claw around. So, get out of here, you weak prey. Who the hell are you calling weak, you fucking crab? I'll boil you alive. Ghostweak, knowing that Bakugo is struggling with the tough alien metal shell, tries to make him the target once again.
Hey, remember me? The one you wanted me, so come and get me.
Ghostweak flies off to keep everyone else safe, as Crab gives chase and digs on the ground. Along with the one within the school who blew another hole in the ceiling into the school, and flying after the ghostly figure.
Get back here, you fucking nerd! You still got a lot to answer.
But Ghostweak doesn't, as he keeps on flying through the city, to the warehouse district where he knows not a whole lot of people goes to begin with. Only the local alien population nearby Master Bellman's store. But he's far enough away to not make that a matter at all.
Okay, this should be far enough. Got to wait for Grandpa. So, gets here. Now, Ghostweak should handle them.
Suddenly, the dreaded beep started as the flash of red showers him as he transformed back to his original form. No, not now. Why? Maybe they won't find me here. But a sudden rumble was felt as the bounty hunter emerged. Going somewhere? Deku tries to run, but the black and purple bounty hunter lands right in front of him as he turned away.
Escape flight.
Back off, Metal Mouth. He's mine.
Deku,
Here. Well, you don't have to get so personal. But before any of them could get at Deku, a metal ball falls in the middle of the group, as smoke could explode as they blind them all. What the... As Deku coughs, as he can see, but someone grabs him, carrying him off on a hoverboard.
Hey, let go!
Deku starts to beat his hand against the arm that holds him. Luckily, the omnitrix has just timed in, and he goes for the opening it up and slimming down. Doesn't care who he gets. As the lights disperse, a red Goliath with 4 arms emerge. 4 arms quickly stomp down on the ground, getting him right up, as he swings his arm, throwing whoever was dragging him, sending the guy onto the wall.
Alright, buddy. I'm ready to go. Wait. You're not one of those guys from earlier.
The forearm stares at the man in full body black armor, gray armor suit, with a dome helmet on with a triangular visor on it.
Who are you?
I am Tetrax Shard. I am here to ensure the Omnitrix safety.
Oh, well, thanks for the help.
I didn't help you. I only made sure the Omnitrix didn't fall in the hands of those 2 bounty hunters.
Well, I can help protect it now.
No, if you try to fight, you will surely lose to them, and lose the Omnitrix along with your life.
What makes you so sure? 4 arms is my strongest alien.
But all that strength is pointless if you have no technique or form of training, of any form of creativity to go along with it.
Hey, come on, I never had powers till now.
Exactly. That's why a mere child should not have the most powerful weapon in the universe. Form starts to get a little mad, remembering how All Might basically crushed his dreams, and now some really random alien guy who he never even met is criticizing him.
Shut it!
He swings a large right hook with both his fists, but Tetrax sidesteps him and grabs both of the arms and forearms, shouldering tossing him over his shoulder using Form's own momentum of his attack, slamming him onto the ground. Your movements are stiff and predictable. You are also let your emotions control you. This is why the omnitrix should not be worn by be in the hands of some prepubescent teenager. Forearms lays there for a moment, clenching his fist tightly, as the omnitrix blinks with a flash of red. Now lies Izuku Midoriya, who has tears going down his face. I know I'm not worthy of this power. I've been told I can't do that. I can't be a hero, even before I got to watch. But I'm trying so hard to catch up to everyone else. Because I want to be a hero. A hero everyone can look up to with hope, just like I used to with him. Deku thinks back about the All Might video that gave him so much comfort and hope in his dreams, till he met the person. The video still meant a lot to him, but the person itself lost all meaning to him. Tetrax stares down at the boy for a moment. He was processing everything he just said, and was about to say something, but a blast hits him in the back, sending flying away and dropping his hoverboard next to Deku. Tetrax skids to a halt before kicking himself up, looking at where the shot came from to see the two bounty hunters there. 6'6". That just means crap. They're too far away. The other bounty hunter notice Graham pops up. Closer than you think. He grabs Tetrax by the arm. We decided to team up and share the reward. So we'll be taking a kid now. Over my dead body. That's the idea. Tetrax uses his free hand to punch Crab, making him let go as 6'6" rains down fire on him. Slamming down his fist, Tetrax makes a wall of diamond, making Deku's eyes widen in shock and surprise. Diamonds? Wait, are you like... No time. Take my board and get out of here now. But I... Now! So, Tetrax runs out from the wall and starts firing diamond shards at 6'6", as Deku grabbed up the folded board and tried to figure out how it works. So, growling in frustration, he decided just to run to the closest warehouse to hide in. But as he planned to do that, Crab recovered from the earlier attack and saw Deku running into one of the warehouses. So while Tetrax is dealing with 6'6", he goes to follow Deku. Now with Deku hiding behind some crates, hoping Tetrax is alright, he hears metal footsteps coming in. Several, in fact, as it was Crab who walked in. Says, come on, kid. Let's hand over the omnitrix and I'll make your death quick. So, Crab, to emphasize his point, clamps down on his claw hard, making a metal echo sound come out throughout the building as he starts to switch to place. Deku tenses up and now is worried about his own safety. But the green glow of the omnitrix shines, giving him a bit of hope. He says through it and finds Heat Blast. Raising his head, he was about to transform into the alien, but stops to consider Tetrax's words. So he thinks again about how he can take these guys out more quickly and more efficient. So in a much more creative sense, as he looks through it again to find someone else. As Crab looks around, a green flash catches his attention. Gotcha! As Crab walks over to the crate that was there, Tetrax hoverboard flying with a small gray alien on top of it. A Galvin? Is that what this guy's species called? Huh, I just been calling him Gray Matter. It doesn't matter what you call yourself. You're dead gray meat anyways? Krabs aims at the hoverboard, but with his small size and the hoverboard he knows now how to use, so it proves difficult for Crab to hit him. Hold still! He keeps firing but missing every shot. As Gray Matter flies on down with the hoverboard, as the hoverboard hits Crab as Gray Matter had jumped on, landing on Crab and start on his back, as he starts to mess with wiring in the back of his head. God, get off of me! He is a central nerve cluster, so if I do this, Gray Matter pulls out the wires that maintains Crab's control. As he starts barking out and screaming out in pain, he falls over. One down, one to go. He gets back on the little hoverboard and flies out. As we cut to Tetrax and 6-6 still fighting, they're currently fighting hand-to-hand at the very moment, as 6-6 tries to use a laser mounted on his shoulder, but Tetrax rips it off. Nice try. Tetrax punched 6-6 a bit back away, but 6-6 just laughs as he points down. Tetrax does as he sees a grenade left behind. The grenade explodes, making him slide back. Tetrax gets up lightly as 6-6 steps on him, down in front of him, having his buzzsaw out and trying to attack Tetrax, but Tetrax hoverboards fly past 6-6 as Gray Matter jumped on top of him. What are you doing? Saving you. Gray Matter grabs up some wires that was connected to the 6-6 jetpack, as it starts to malfunction as Gray Matter jumps off, landing next to Tetrax as 6-6 flies out of control till he crashes down hard onto the ground, knocking him out. And that makes 2. Not bad for a human. Gray Matter gets picked up by Tetrax as they saw the rust bucket and other disguised vans and trucks pull up, with several plumbers coming out. Zuko, are you okay? Yeah, I'm A-okay. The omnitrix blinks as he jumps out of Tetrax's hand. As a flash of red, Deku comes back to normal. Max sighs in relief on this. Good. Now, plumbers, arrest them and detain them. He points at the down 6-6 and Crab, who's in the warehouse. The plumbers start to work as Deku stands there holding Tetrax's hoverboard. As Tetrax walks over. Oh, I'm guessing you're wanting this back. It might be a little damaged, but it still seems good. Keep it. It will serve you well when the Omnitrix time's out. What? But I thought you were going to try to take it back and take the Omnitrix off me. Sis, I was, but it's in good hands. Besides, I don't have the necessary way to remove it. Anyways. Deku can't help but smile with tears pricking his eyes. Thank you so much. It's no problem. But keep in mind, the danger the watch can bring. Those bounty hunters were just the beginning. There are far more dangers out there, and they might even endanger the ones you care about the most. Deku looks up at Tetrax concernedly at what he just said. Alright then, I'll just have to work on making the Omnitrix my own. So when those dangers do come, I'll be ready. I'm sure you will. May our paths meet again. He presses a button on his belt and he teleports away, leaving Deku to think on what he just says about other dangers and what that could mean for him in his future. As we cut back to the warship of Vilgax, a drone walks back in. Sir, there's no reports back from the bounty hunter you hired.
Grr.
Sir, they have failed me again. Sir, very well. Sir, the omnitrix user will rule the day he crossed me. And that brings this part to a close. I know this part seemed a little short and such, I want to say, but this was much as it can. And I know we didn't see as much of new aliens like Wild Mud or any other aliens, but it was mostly for Ghost Freak's appearance. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy. I'm sure to be working on the Green Goblin part next. And as always, thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe. Let us know our work is not in vain, and YouTube algorithm whatnot gonna remove it. And thanks again to my artist Supers. He's done really good work, and I'm hoping that he will continue to do so in the near future for Seasons 2 Omnitrix thumbnail. Peace.